Hello, everybody. This is Peace, Love, Harmony here. We have Yosep OneVerse validator here with us, and we're doing a Spotlight Series interview. We appreciate you joining us today, Yosep. If you want to start out and introduce yourself and your mission and what you have for your validator, and
Yeah,
if you're part of a group, tell us about your project.
yeah, sure. Really, I'm going to start with talking a little bit about OneVerse. I'm not going to drone on for too long because this is more about the validator itself. But we just want to, at OneVerse, we kind of want to we want to encapsulate GameFi and bring in more of the gaming side, as in a lot of people in Harmony know of DFK, right? And let's be honest, it is kind of just click a lot of buttons here and there right now. They are bringing more in, but right now you're just sort of clicking buttons and you're questing every day. And yeah, it's great, but we want to try and encapsulate the gaming side. So our first game that we're pushing now is like an FPS that we want to try and. I'm not sure quite. I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure quite yet how we're going to incorporate blockchain, but it's going to be great fun when we do. And OneVerse is a whole. We've got a huge team, not including just me, but we've got. I've Damp, for example, is what you'd probably see as the face of OneVerse. He does a lot of RAMAs and stuff with the community DAO, for example. But moving on from that to talk about the validator. We want to run a validator really because we care about the network. That's the first point. Secondly is it's going to help us promote our game to the validator and staking community, because truth is there's a lot of people who stake their one who, aren't involved in NFTs or gaming. And we want to try and reach out to those as well. And so if we can do that through our validator, the OneVerse validator, then great. So it's kind of a mix of both. For one is our love for the network and wanting to help decentralize it. And two is, just trying to reach out and grow our community and bring in people who wouldn't usually be involved in NFTs and gaming.
Great answer. Thank you. Next question I have for you is, how did OneVerse come up with the name, and what does it represent?
Yeah. So the reason I'm laughing is because I went on a huge tangent about this, thinking we were recording a second ago. But basically, OneVerse, I didn't come up with the name. McFly and whoever the leaders at the time did. It's really just because we want to try and, like I said just now, it's going to try and encapsulate. The name tries to encapsulate what we do, really, what we're trying to bring to Harmony, which is, one place with a whole metaverse. We want to have FPS, we want to have, the kind of idle clicker. You're going to see that soon with Voyages and our flat map coming out in the next, I don't know, week or two. We're hoping that no promises, we're hoping. And yeah, it just came across like, I think it just came naturally. There was no one else who'd taken the name yet, and we sort of snagged it before anyone else did, really. So I'm sure there's another load of other projects who'd love to have OneVerse as their name, but we got there first. So really, I'm not sure there's one reason why, but that's basically it.
It's a great name. So you've touched on why you became a validator, to help secure the network, and you want to go in a little more detail and like why you OneVerse chose the Harmony network. And
I also want to just speak about myself, really, as one thing that I personally wanted to run a validator. I was working for other projects on Harmony, and I also wanted to run a validator for them. They said no, and I was like, yeah, whatever, that's fine. And then OneVerse said yes. And really, I think one thing that has really helped after running a validator is my understanding of proof of stake and effective proof of stake as a mechanism. Just you can read the docs and you can think you've understood it, but really, until you see, those grep bingos coming in, like it's just not. You really get an understanding for how it works and the bidding and elections and stuff like that once you run a validator. So I could say that anyone who's thinking about running one, even like it would just help so much with the understanding of how Harmony works and how proof of stake works if you do at least give it a try. So I would say one of the reasons I personally did it was it really has helped, my understanding. And for why OneVerse chose Harmony, that kind of goes back a bit to when we were actually originally going to launch on Solana. And then Sofa, who you might know, or may not know, Sofa is a big, what's the word? Like a big kind of ambassador for Harmony, said, why don't you guys come over here? These are all the benefits. We've got a great community. Come in, launch a project here. And we were convinced. So we chose Harmony over Solana. And that's even kind of commemorated in one of the traits of the OneVerse NFTs is a Solana pendant. So there you go.
Noticed that Solana pendant. I used to wonder what that was about.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a great story. We're glad you came to Harmony. In what area do you see yourself giving a helping hand to the validator community?
Like I said before, it's kind of, I want to help bring in GameFi and NFTs more into the validator and staker community, really. So yeah, like I said, there's a number of people who they don't want to get involved so much in that, but we can kind of make them get involved in the way that, for example, on my Twitter right now, there's a giveaway running for, well, it's kind of a conditional giveaway on the OneVerse Twitter, where if we get to 5 million won by Epoch, I think I said 1020, if we get to 5 million won delegated, we'll be airdropping a whitelist ticket to every single person who's delegated to our validator. So something like that, person who's not really into NFTs and such might see it in their wallet and go, what's that? And get involved in OneVerse, which is exactly what we want to happen. We want to try and bring them in, or they might just sell it, which again is fine because it's something that is helping them and they're helping someone else who would want to buy it. So really, I would say we want to try and help bridge that gap. And aside, the regular, being a smaller validator, community validator, we want to help secure the network, all that. I'm sure you've heard it plenty of times because it's true. It's a great thing to do. But yeah, we want to try and bridge that gap. Really, is probably, I would say, my main goal is to try and bring people, merge the two.
That's great. What do you feel you do that makes you different from other validators? I know you touched on it throughout the interview, but is there anything else you want to add to it?
Yeah. So I'm going to try and provide constant updates in our Discord server, the OneVerse server. I'll try and soon we're going to have a channel set up where it will just have like the uptime and expected return. So you'll have that as well as what I've mentioned before. So we're going to try and do some giveaways, airdrops, and raffles for people who stake to our validator. And yeah, again, it's just about bringing more people into OneVerse and bringing more people into NFTs and GameFi. It's something that I'm quite passionate about and would love to see happen through the use of the validator, especially as you guys can, get the benefits for free, more or less. If you staked your one, or if you've got one already that you're not planning on selling, then there's no reason not to stake it, really.
Exactly. So, is there? I know you've been getting elected, and so that's been huge, and working towards getting close to being steadily elected now, and you're getting close. And I see you got Harmforce support now, so that's great. And you have any more updates you want to?
Yeah, that's right. A huge shout out to what Harmforce are doing. It's really great what they have sort of banded together as a community to do. And yeah, huge shout out again to them because they've helped push me up to currently at about 2.5 million one delegated, I believe, which is a huge number. Almost at that stable range of about 3.5 million. And yeah, just yeah, that's to give an update. We're getting there, just waiting for a couple more kind of whales to dump a little bit more into our validator, and got the giveaway running, trying to push some people to get involved as well. And yeah, hopefully within the next couple of weeks, you could see like a stable election, and we're going to stay at 0% commission for the full 100 epochs. I haven't told that to my superiors who are subsidizing the cost yet, so but I'm sure they won't mind because it's doing a good thing and it's helping grow the validator. So really, that's about it. We're just hoping that we're going to get that stable election coming soon. So in the next couple of weeks is the idea. Try and get it stable.
Well, I wish you the best of luck, and hopefully you get there as soon as possible. And I know we're excited for growing the validator community, and we appreciate you doing what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you. This is Peace, Love, Harmony, and this has been an interview with Yosep, OneVerse validator. We'll have links provided down below to be able to find how to stake with him, and thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me on here, and yeah, thank you everyone for listening.
Bye, buddy.